What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications to these live chats in the future. Take part right along with us. So, postpone this from a while back per the pallet going MIA that once George took a few actions, magically appeared and it was found. Funny how that works when it's like, could be a felony charge because this price of goods was over six figures. Funny how that shook out. Happy for George and Joey, and mainly George. George put George's money. You know what I mean? So I'm so glad they were able to find it. A lot of you have Triple XL already. I have been waiting to smell it because, shoot you guys straight, I didn't like the lab sample. It was not for me. It's Embrace the Funk. That's a very real thing in the title and the thumbnail. I haven't smelled it yet, but I know damn good and well that a fully macerated production batch versus a lab sample are very different when it comes to maceration, depth, the way the base livens up, the richness of the fragrance. So I'm going to go into it with an open mind and open nostrils. But just know, they told the story perfectly from what I remember. It's just not my thing. Now, Triple X Batch 2 was much more my thing, which is also back in stock. This has more of a leathery facet in the dry down that I actually quite like. Because I wasn't a big fan of the original Triple X either. I didn't just like that. It ain't for me. Look, they tell the story perfectly, and Zaharoff only puts out quality fragrances, just not my style. Not for me doesn't mean bad for you. Might be phenomenal for you, and you're like, you're crazy, TLTG. This is amazing. A lot of people told me that. But Batch 2, this is the one to beat. That's the measuring stick for me. So we shall see. As far as what I'm wearing, a fresh Oud Rose Maison Daba Rebirth. For those of you not familiar with Maison Daba, you should sample them and check them out. This is a fresh Oud Rose that you can actually wear in the heat. It was in the 60s today, nice and breezy. I don't know, I was just in the mood for it. I'm telling you, Oud Rose done in a fresh, airy manner. And I don't mean fresh and airy like weak. I mean, there's this breezy, airy twist to it that it just kind of works in the heat. It's not suffocating in the humidity. Quality niche stuff. Any of you familiar with Maison Daba, you know, it's some good shit right here. So nothing but good quality stuff we're looking at here today. So let's get it caught up in the chat. We got 72 in the first 3 minutes. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on the way in. It does help. We'll have George and Joey on here in just a little bit. I saw Joey in the chat a minute ago when I was watching everything pop up on YouTube. So we'll make our way down. Usually around 10 to 15 minutes roughly is when everybody get together and we'll crack a couple of jokes, talk some shit. Dick and fart joke humor as per usual when we get together, and we'll do a little bit of sniffing. If you haven't checked any of these out, links pinned in the chat that will save you 10%. Get a sample. Try them. I'm not saying you got to buy a bottle. You ain't got to buy shit to watch the stream. It's just there if you want to, and you can save a little bit. I would encourage. A lot of you have it already. I know. I'm late to the party. It's rare that that's the case, but I wanted to smell it with my guys here. So, like I said, in the event that I don't like it, we're going to have a little fun with that shit. I may end up loving it. Watch, like I'm fully anticipating me to fall in the middle somewhere. Like it's going to be way better than the lab sample, but it might not be for me still. I don't know. Batch 2 is the one to beat, though. Batch 2 is good shit. Good to see you, Junior. John, always a pleasure. Labola Parfum. We talked about that one this week. Great choice. There's one wearing Triple XL. Mr. Mauricio wearing Coco Loco. Great choice. Gravitas Pour Homme. Let's see what we got here. Galan Vetiver. Well, aren't you classy, sir? Mm-hmm. The Renegades of Funk. Good to see you, Scott. Juju, always a pleasure. About these vintages, my auntie's going to love Zeno and Japur. Though, that's not really my thing. Senna de Brioni, Eau de Parfum Eclat. That is my thing, though. I've tried Zeno in the past. It just never grabbed me where I was like, yeah, I need a bottle of this. I'm totally going to wear this. I never felt that way about it the few times I've smelled it in my life. I know people view it as a classic. Just not for me, you know. Japur, I've never tried. Oh, Vince Camuto. Oh, now we're talking. Gin and tonic and citrus. Oh, yeah, that's amazing. The blue bottle, bring on the funk. Manny, good to see you, sir. Club de Nuit, Urban Man Elixir. Tomorrow, must still be on the shelf in there. Club de Nuit Intense Man X-Straight came in today from Fragrant Villa, for those of you wondering where to get it from. I will be wearing that tomorrow. So we're not doing a first impressions. I'm immediately starting to test tonight. I'm going to be wearing out the shower this evening. I'm going to be wearing it in the day tomorrow, wearing it again later tomorrow evening. And we'll probably do a review sometime this upcoming weekend because, yeah, I'm eager to see if it can top the limited edition Parfum or if it's like pretty much just as good. And it's like overwhelming redundancy. This is going to be redundancy, but is it overwhelmingly redundant where it's like, just waste the money? If you ain't reviewing it, why are you buying it if you got the other ones? That could be the case. Or it might be like, guys, this is it. Or, it's about the same. Don't get it. Could be any one of those things. We'll see. New Harlem from Bond number 9. Smells straight up like pancakes and syrup. It's good shit, though. Good shit if you like pancakes and syrup. Argos Danye, beautiful blonde wood fragrance. We got Signature Bloom, incense and white florals. A lot of jasmine. A little bit of magnolia. Pacific Chill from Louis Vuitton, as well as Argos Pour Homme. Great choice. Creed Absolute Aventus and Amouage Lestre. I've never tried that one from Amouage. That's one of the newer ones. Now, Absolute Aventus is good stuff. Good to see you, sir. Creed Himalaya, underrated. Already received and wore Triple X and Triple XL. Love them. Can't wait to see your reaction. It's going to be very genuine. Like I said, I like Triple XL batch 2. That's the one to beat. That's definitely the one to beat for me. Triple XLs, I don't think it's going to be just as good for me. It's either going to be, holy shit, this is better, or oh my God, this is not for me. It's going to be one. It's going to be an extreme, guys. I just feel it. It's going to be an extreme. It's going to be one of the bookends. It's not going to be a book in the middle. It's going to be a bookend. I just have a feeling. Scott, good to see you, sir. Kenneth, always a pleasure. Coral Fantasy, the best Valentino Uomo, in my opinion. Sin of the Night, Leighton. I mean, one of them ones. The clones will not satisfy you if you're looking for Leighton. You just need Leighton. Hey, Busy's always good. Ambar Dominicano from day 3. Liquid Imaginaires, Fleuve Tendre. Did I say that right? Fleuve Tendre. Saying hello to everyone. Let them know, sir. Good to see you, Ozzy, George, and the TLTGZ community. Creed Green Irish Tweed and Signature Noir. Kara, always a pleasure. Arabians Tonka. I mean, Mancera Montal, you can never go wrong with anything from them. I was already planning to wear Seraphine Blue. I always mix it in at some point during the week. Myself, good to see you, sir. Tony Iommi, Deified from Xerjoff. Beautiful fruity leather fragrance. A lot of apple and very dark leather. Givenchy Gentleman Only Casual Chic. I've never tried that one. That's the one that's got like the orange stem in the bottle, I believe. Never tried that one. That one eludes me. Put your 69s in the chat for Joey. Indeed. I know that's the comment I saw Joey put earlier was a 69. Definitely drop your 69s. Anybody here from the Mafia? Where were we? Still Warrior. Good to see you, sir. FWO Wolfpack for life. Signature Leather Tobacco. My man Marcus is in the house. Gisa Imperial Valley. Good to see you. You're killing me today with them Galaxy Air Max 90s. I figured you'd save something like that for Air Max Day next week. Like, man, I'm going to come up short with the Air Maxes I was planning on wearing. If you pulling shit like that out, I'm not worthy. My God, Marcus. Good to see you, man. Like I said, drop those 69s in the chat for Joey. Chad, good to see you, sir. Yeoman Law Basic Instinct. Sean, a.k.a. Mr. Saga, good to see you. When GZ's on the stream, wearing Leighton. We got 2 wearing Leighton in the chat. 3 wearing Leighton in the chat. Good to see you. Grimlock, always a pleasure. Long time no see. What's up, Spence? Jason, good to see you, sir. Sangria, Spence is flexing. That's one of my favorite pickups in the last year or so. Luis, always a pleasure. Miss Saga, we have Miss and Mr. Saga in the house. Mongrelon, one of her personal favorites. Dana Malik's in the house. Good to see you, sir. Always a pleasure, Donald. Danger Parfum Cologne from Raja Dove. Super well-rounded fragrance. Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. All right. Pulling out the expensive stuff. I see you. No, I've never tried anything from Panadora. I'm familiar with them. I just never tried any of their fragrances. Forever Love, the best summer note breakdown I've ever seen. I hope you enjoy it. Mr. Joe, good to see you, sir. Sean Clark, always a pleasure. L'Artisan Parfumer Timbuktu, one of probably their most popular fragrance, as far as what I can remember people talking about the most over the years. Triple XL batch 2. Feeling very festive in the moment for the live stream. Huh? Beardsome, good to see you, sir. Maison Crivelli Hibiscus Majad, that's one of their better ones. Yeah, he's had it for a little while. Right hand practice mode. Oh, what a name. That's almost as good as Chronic Macerator. It's right up there with it. Haven't seen that name pop up in a little while. Never tried Emir from Latafa. Never tried it. Good to see you as well. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. There's a lot of people love it. It's just the first batch of the original batch of Triple X wasn't for me. It was too funky. That one was a little too funky in the opening for me. So The lab sample of Triple XL before it was called Triple XL was I was like, ooh, this ain't sweaty dick. This ain't for me. High school locker room, sweaty shoulder pads after a football game kind of stuff was what came to mind. But that was a lab sample. That's not a fully macerated batch, you know. Good to see you, Kevin. Miss Christine, always a pleasure. Clinique, happy. That'll make Josh very happy if he's here. That's a personal favorite of his. With pistachio glaze from Bath & Body Works, layered today. Deacon Chris, good to see you, sir. Liquid Brune, clone of the year last year. I find Triple X offensive. I bet you do. That was the plan, though, right? That was absolutely the plan. It stings the nostrils, right? Yes. Yeah, I saw his IG. Find Becca offensive. Hey, this is not Joey's channel. It's not Becca night every night on this motherfucker. This is a different channel. Joey does Becca night every night over there. That's pretty much, it's Becca's channel now, is basically what I see. So I'm always lurking, clicking in and out. It's like, oh, it's Becca again tonight. Oh, look, Becca again tonight. Oh, look, 24 hours with Becca. Hey, I'll be damned, it's Becca night again tonight. Joey's dying right now, laughing his ass off. I guarantee it. Pride of Universe, 72 degrees in Virginia Beach. Good weather. Good to see you, sir. Club de Nuit Intense Man. Pure Parfum Perfume. All right. Another one wearing Liquid Brune. Tom Ford's Beau de Jour. Nice and classy. Nice and classy stuff right there. Beautiful fougere. Another one wearing Coco Loco in the chat. Quest, good to see you, sir. Signature Extreme. It's a great, great release. Art of Universe. Excellent choice. Kix Griffey, my man. Got a Fire. I mean, can't go wrong there. Kix Griffey approved FWO Wolfpack for life. So we're 12 minutes in, Joey and George. If y'all want to go ahead and jump backstage, which knowing George, I'm going to end up having to fucking text him. He's going to say, what? It's usually 20 to 30. That's every damn time. Joey's here, though. And if George is watching, he's going to curse me out when he gets here. I was here the whole time. That would be a change. If I don't have to text George, that would be a change. A nice change of pace, you know. So let me get to the bottom, and we will bring Mr. Cannoli on here and just, see, I'm going to get cursed out. George was watching. He's backstage. So I'm going to skip down to the bottom. Novice knows I was in and out on your live stream, sir. I'm glad you like Terry Mez EDP Intense. I was watching. I lurk all the time on streams with friends of mine and people I like and all that good stuff. So I was watching. Full bottle on the way. Glad you liked it, man. So I apologize, everybody. I'm skipping to the bottom. I want to get down to the bottom. I see everybody dropping 69s in the chat for Joey. Good to see you, Jason. Wearing business over pleasure. Now we're talking, huh? Lamal, the original timeless classic. Detroit native 313 renewed his membership. I sure appreciate you, sir. So we're skipping on down. Don't forget to vote. Go vote on whichever tier you renewed for. Or if you're renewed for Hall of Fame, go vote for both tiers, because next week I'm going to be buying the fragrances for the next member stream. Becca with the good hair. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Montrese, good to see you, my man. So we made it to the bottom. Chris the Canadian is here as well. Got a lot of mafia in the house. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the men of the hour, if you so choose to call them such. One of them for sure, definitely man. The other one is trying to make me jealous with his tracksuit here. He knows I like that tracksuit. That's why he's wearing it. So ladies and gentlemen, you know him. You love him. You might love to hate him. I don't know. Mr. George Zaharoff. And then the funkiest of the bunch, the man that insists that we embrace the funk vision that he had, Mr. Joey Cannoli, Papa Cannoli 69. Gentlemen, how are y'all?
Hi, Joey. Hi, Ross.
Hi, boys.
Good
So
to
hold
see
on.
you. I see we got some bling on the microphone here. We got a little paraphernalia going on.
This is it keeps the bad spirits away. There's a 69 there.
I see that with the cross and everything.
Yeah, you know, it's Lent. It's a lentil thing, you know, but it's nice.
It's nice. It's nice. How are you today, Joey? You're looking nice and fuzzy.
First day of spring, and we got a lot of snow. So very.
And the funniest part about what he's wearing, I don't know how many of y'all caught that. That is the same Nike Scully that's in the thumbnail. So that kind of worked out.
Thank you. I'm a man of my word. You know.
Indeed. Oh God, he had to go get his shades. Here we go. So the Barbie Balmain collab, for those of you that didn't know, I told George I'd actually wear that. I actually do like that tracksuit. Not a ton
Oh,
of
yeah,
stuff
that's
George
right,
has that I'd be like,
subscriptions.
ooh, I want that. I like that.
What's up, guys? Yeah, that's a fire outfit. The
That's
colorway is
fresh.
on point. It's retro.
Very.
Big fan.
Oh, we're getting the full body shot here. Watch out now.
Right. Sheesh. Look at this. There it is.
So, gentlemen, I would be remiss if I didn't ask, what are you both wearing today as far as fragrance?
I'm wearing business over pleasure.
Stop it, you. Come on. Come on.
I
What are we doing?
thought it would be good juju. Pause. If I
See?
wore business over pleasure.
And
I
a
haven't
good
worn
move
that.
there, Joey. Good move.
Yeah.
I haven't
That's-
worn that in a while. And I like it. You know, I've enjoyed it very much. It really grew on me. Big fan.
Y'all see what he's doing, right? He's the most clever of the clever. Y'all see what he's doing here. So in the event I don't like it, he's like, you're not going to say it now because I done made you feel good about yourself. Bullshit.
if you don't-
I'm still
if
going
you
to give you
don't
the
like
business.
it-
I'm still going
I'm
to give
just
you the business.
saying.
If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's
I
okay.
know. I know. Look, I
Right.
highly doubt it's going to be terrible. Like, I'll probably be dramatic just for the fun of it, but I highly doubt it's going to be terrible. You know what I mean? But what I will say, and I know y'all will attest to this, the story has finally been told through the many efforts of no more funk the next time, more funk the next time. The lab sample definitely told the story you guys were
Right.
looking to tell.
I agree. Yes. And
Yeah.
we're hoping that even just in case someone gets inspired to want to put this, I know that you have a lot of fans out there, Ross, in the universe. So make sure it's Triple XL. Put that out there too, because it does translate to sales. Even the haters, I love it.
It always does. Trust me,
Yeah.
there's some watching. There's been people have been letting me know there's this constant like clipping of my stuff going around lately. I had 6 or 7 profiles that have been created within 12 hours on my new video this morning. Yogurt tits and Tommy Bahama has a sale on small shirts and just all this like
What?
yeah. So hey,
What's wrong with Tommy Bahama?
Tommy Bahama.
yeah,
Send me
I
the
don't know.
link.
I don't
I
know
like
what
Tommy
the whole
Bahama.
deal was in the yogurt tits thing. It's like the man boobs thing is like years and years old. Like, do y'all just like go off of old shit and like y'all hate on old videos? I don't. It's
I think so. I just think that they're kind of stuck.
yeah,
Tommy Bahama's crazy.
yeah. That's, I laughed my ass off when I was blocking all those bullshit profiles because
Yeah.
it was like one dude made like 6 profiles because it was like the same shit over and over. Then,
Yeah.
Well, we
look,
love everybody.
not every box of pencils is full of sharp pencils. I just
Right.
want to throw that out
No
there.
doubt. No
We
doubt.
bless and love everybody. Thank you, Jason. Hi, Mauricio. Hello, everybody.
But
Mauricio,
aside from that-
I got your text message, Mauricio. I got your message. I just haven't had a chance to respond, so I'll take care of that.
So, gentlemen, for those that aren't fully aware, we got 123 in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up if you don't mind, because it does help. Would you like to tell the story of what we're trying to accomplish with this scent profile for those that don't know? I know a lot of people here already know. A lot of people have it, but for those that don't,
So, Ross, Joey, why don't you talk about how we met?
Years ago, they had something called Backpage on Craigslist, and
That was before Craigslist. It was the reader.
oh yeah, that's
I can't
right.
believe you'd forget that.
oh my
We're
god,
in different brackets, I guess. That was more of a top class.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Uh,
how fucking cool are these sunglasses?
now
Would it
look,
be
before we
Jesus?
continue, let's talk about me and what I'm wearing.
Right. Let's get this out of the way, Ross.
I mean,
so
look
we
at
can
these
talk
Tom
about Craigslist.
Fords. I bought these in. I think I bought these in
I'm just shocked you're not showing everybody your suitcase.
like Vienna. What suitcase?
What engulfed your stories yesterday on Instagram.
I found you guys. I had a Hartman suitcase for 30 years.
My fault. My bad, guys.
Mm.
And they don't make them anymore. They don't make the size anymore because of the weight restrictions. So people don't buy bigger luggage like they used to. And I was in I was in Buenos Aires because I go to many airports, and I saw a guy, the luggage came down his mine, and I go out, and it was like new, and I go, I love my bag. So I showed him mine, and I go, I'll buy your bag for $1,000. He goes, no. I go, 15. No, $2,000 I'll give you. No, this was a gift for wedding. I go, I give him my card, and I said, if you are wanting to buy it, sell it, please call me. So then I go on eBay, and over 3-4 months of searching, I found the bag brand new for $140.
No way. No way. Get real.
I'm telling you, eBay, and they don't make luggage. These were made in Tennessee. Hartman were made in Tennessee. They had a factory, and then Toomey bought them, and now they're made in wherever they're made.
There it is.
Just for you, Josh.
There it is.
The indoor ones.
Very nice.
Good for the blue light blocking.
Yeah.
Very
People
nice.
don't understand.
So
Very
do you like the light on behind me, or should I shut it off?
Looks fine to me.
You're such a
That's
light.
why I needed to put the shades on, honestly.
Yeah. Well, George, you have such a light about your natural presence that it kind of outshines the light behind you.
Thank you.
it
I
works.
get told that all the time.
Right. Right.
Sure.
How did we meet? Didn't you slide into my DMs? Like, genuinely?
That sounds
No,
about right.
so
No.
Joey, did you get the signal? No, I started. So when I first got into this space,
You see me on
Joey, I spent a year because Nordstrom had said, George, you have no online presence. You need to get yourself familiar. So I went and I was watching Joey. I was watching a lot of the channels, including, never mind, I'm not going to say who else. So
Right.
I sent Joey a bottle, and go ahead, Joey, and then you can make it quick. It doesn't have to be that,
She said.
He sent me the signature. This is back when he had launched signature. That was his, like, mind you, what are we, 20 deep? How many are there? I've lost count. How many fragrances you had? I don't.
about
Oh
20.
shit!
More.
Not counting Z creators, like 17 or 18.
That's what I'm saying. Like
18,
almost
and then
20
6 Ed
deep.
creators, yeah.
So I get this box, this big beautiful box in the mail, and I open it up, and it comes with, it's a set. It's a fragrance set. It comes with a lotion, aftershave balm, and you guys ever spray fragrance in your mouth by accident when the atomizer, maybe you don't really see it, and you go to apply it, it might get in your eyes, it might get in your mouth. I shot some of George's aftershave in my mouth by accident. And right then and there, I knew all of the notes. There was a lot of incense going on. A lot of myrrh, very church. It felt like church in my mouth. But it was a beautiful, classic, very masculine man's fragrance. And it was the first time I've ever experienced all those tastes before. And I just fell in love. And I think George really fell in love with my reaction.
I think
I
he
did.
did.
It was lovely. Joey, had we met yet? Not Ross, had we met yet?
Oh,
You and I?
Yeah, no, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We
think
met
you did
when
the
I-
You and I have
reviewer.
been friends
reviewer,
for
right?
since like summer of 2019.
So the 2019, was it? I think it was either around that time that I either had just met Joey, or it was around the time you and I met. So I fell in love with Joey, and then
Right.
we did the Z Creators with Ross.
Correct.
Then
In
so
Chicago.
it was Scent Explore. This
From
happened very
Midlife.
quickly. Scent Explore in December. The following year was the pandemic, right?
Yeah, 2020. That slowed everything down.
Yeah.
And then, hi Kara, and then Joey, go ahead. And then
Well,
and
and
then
then
the
I
can tell you a
pandemic.
brief synopsis. During lockdown, he'd be on the phone with me all day and on a live stream all night with Joey.
So Ross, I already said Ross was business and I was pleasure, know.
Exactly.
And I started doing 5 nights a week live stream podcast, internet debauchery, degeneracy on my channel. I am Joey Cannoli, if you will. And George stopped by, and he kind of just fit right in.
I did, yeah.
And we never left. And we've spent many, many hours in the night, way, way too late. This is during lockdown, though. It was normal, right?
Mhm.
Just talking about anything and everything. But there was a lot of, sexuality. It was a bit raunchy. I was very fascinated by sexuality and all of
Me
that stuff
too.
that goes into it. George and I just kind of hit it off in that aspect. We had great conversations, too.
I know.
Like, we actually were, like, educating each other and learning things and just just kind of masculine times, if you will.
It was beautiful.
Correct, Maurice. I mean, that's essentially what happened. I tasted him, and then
And once you get the taste of Zaharoff,
You can't. It's hard to get it out,
yeah.
right? It's a luxury, a
Next thing
luxurious.
you know, they're at a hotel with adjoining rooms.
And that's what Triple X. Speaking of Triple XL, Ross, if you were in that room, I don't think you would have been too happy. It was powerful.
Embracing the funk is kind of an
The
understatement.
whole room smelled funky.
Yeah, the whole room smelled. Yeah.
It was the funkiest room.
At least you had your wife there to film it.
So, Ross, can I ask you something?
Sure.
You're right. He's right, Joey. Thank God for Juju.
Yeah, I think the smell alone was enough to keep people, at bay. It was good.
So, Ross, can I ask you something? What mod of the Triple X was it 7 or 8? Was it? I think 8 was the last one, right?
Yeah, I think it was the final, if I'm correct.
8 was the
y'all
final.
got to like 10.
It was okay because I'm trying to find online and I can't see it. Okay,
it might have been 12.
Yeah,
I got a box full of Zaharoff lab samples. I have to
right.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not necessary. So what happened, guys? We do Royal X. I wanted to do a very long story short. A lot of these people know already. Royale was supposed to be Royal X. It ended up being the Santal, the Sandalwood Royale, and then time passes by and Royal X comes out. And this was during the pandemic when we were talking about guy stuff, sexuality, human sexuality, and that kind of stuff. And Joey is very raunchy, and he brought it out of me.
It was always there. I
right.
just want to say that.
Would
you didn't have to dig deep.
No, you're right. You're right.
It exists in all of us.
Right. Yeah. And I'm fascinated because I grew up very religious, and so sex was taboo, and so Joey would talk about fetishes, and this was about human sexuality. It wasn't what guys would do to other people or girls.
No.
It was just a guy.
Just a fascinating conversation about that.
Hey, he's just a guy,
Hey, come on.
So
right.
When we came out with Triple X, I was worried people wouldn't like it, and they loved it. And then Joey and I were talking, and I said, Joey.
Real quick, George, Nemean Lion, that's because Triple X, I don't know why they didn't want it, because he doesn't have 3.4 ounce bottles. First of all, he's got 120 ml 4 ounce bottles and 60 ml 2 ounce bottles. But yeah, I don't know why he didn't want to do big. Most of the time with the collab efforts and stuff like that, George does the smaller bottles. It's mainly to keep costs lower for most people because think about it this way. Would you be as quick to buy it at $195, $200 as at $140 range for pre-sale pricing? You see what I'm saying? Like it's more of a cost-effective thing, right, George?
For the consumer, but I'm debating upon whether or not to keep the smaller size, but we still have a little bit more time. Ross, I went to send bottles to the filler to fill the Bizan for the large. And they said you only have 250 large bottles left. I'm like, what? I have. Are you
gonna do the 100 ml like Europe wants?
Yeah, I have to go into production, but I have no large bottles. Shit. Nothing. I didn't pay attention. We blew through it, and I'm like, how did I?
And
I never would have thought in my life, huh?
Are you already on the waiting list with Luigi Bermioli?
I am. I'm on the wait list, and so Bazan is only going to have.
How that shit is when you need new glass.
I know, and so
Bazan is not. The glass maker he uses is like the glass maker.
So I just surprised. I'm just very grateful to everyone for the support. I really am. I didn't realize. So, do you have a favorite men's department store other than you, and that you go to if you want? So I do almost 90% of my shopping is online. I have it sent to the house. Very rarely will I walk into a store. And like even the VAT, like if you buy something in Europe, you get 18, 12% VAT. I always forget. And so I just order online. They send it to the house. I know the sizes I have for all the fashion. I know I sound horrible, but 'tis true. And so no, I don't go to department stores.
So question, is Triple X and Triple XL going to be available in larger bottles later? Or
no, I don't think so. Okay. I don't think so.
Because Nemean Lion says he's waiting for that. Well, sir, that sounds like you'll never get it then, based on what I just found out.
So the 4 ounces You know what? Right now it's the 4 ounce. It's better to keep it that way. But everything's moving to the 3.4 because
Well,
there's
that's Joey's new gimmick.
huh?
Spencer's telling Joey to light the cigarette. That's Joey's new gimmick.
It's awful, people.
When Triple XL launched, I took up fake smoking.
Yeah.
It's just a gimmick.
Yeah, it's a prop.
Yeah,
Like
he's not
the
trying to
fake-
get hooked.
Like the fake
Right.
fur around
I'm
his
addicted. Excuse me.
the dog, whatever that would die for
Dogs
that.
don't have
coat.
fur like this. Okay. It's not for you.
Don't wish
Joey,
that on
can you
your
go
dog,
like this? I
George.
want to see something here. I would have developed a rash by now. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised that look at no rash. What do you know?
This is bullshit. This is ridiculous. Okay.
So
What is this?
So George, Nemean Lion wants you to send him 2 bottles for the price of 1.
I could do that. I'll do that if you want, just for you. If you want 2, listen, he wants 2 bottles for the price of the large bottle. For him, I'll do of Triple X and XL.
Is that what
do it. I won't do it for the others, but I'll do that. I do
There
that
you go.
sometimes. Yeah.
And right now, he's about to. But I meant for the price of the 2 ounce. No, sir.
No.
He's hooking you up though. That's a hookup.
So let me tell you what happens.
What a deal.
And if
What a
you're one
sale.
of these people, this was meant for you. But when you write to me and said, I'll buy all of your bottles for this much, can you help me out? And I do it, and then you end up selling them online for more than you paid for them.
Oh, that
For
happens
me,
all the time.
those days are done. Like, yeah. That's all I have to say.
That
Now,
happens
so
a lot more
anyway,
than it's good.
so I had a vision of the X. I wanted very skanky. I wanted something very, very, very. I wanted, guys, if you're a man watching this, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I wanted the type of smell that you have when you're like walking, like going from a fair or something to your home, and you're in the alley and you catch someone's eye, and you go and you jump into like a corner and you do stuff, and then that smell that comes from that's what I wanted. So
Oh, he's still doing it.
so I went to Joey and I go, Joey, you've inspired this.
I figured I'd jump in with you.
Right.
I really want you to be a part of this. It wasn't a Zed creator, but it was a partnership with Joey. It was coming together because this was a perfect fit. It was inspired by our nights during the pandemic with Joey. Joey's in my heart.
It was a labor of love.
Yeah. And
Literally.
before
The
I
story
go,
is
hold
telling
on.
that.
So we'll hold on, but I'll let Ross after Triple X. So we launched Triple X. But what did I tell Claude after Triple X? And you were there. It was during
Yeah. So we were doing pre-orders for Zed Creators too, and Claude called me because he's like because he knew I was there. He couldn't get a hold of George, and that's what he does when he can't get a hold of George, because just magically the call will go through. I guess for me is what Claude's thinking is, but George is right next to me, so he calls him. And George giggled like a little schoolgirl before he said it because he couldn't believe he was about to describe this to Claude Deere, master of his trade, over 70 years old, 50 plus years in this perfume business as a master of his craft, told Claude Deere, like, if your man parts were sweaty, now stick your hand down your pants, then smell your hand. That smell. This is
after having sex.
Yeah.
I like the smell. It means I did a good job.
We laughed our asses off because it's like any of you that ever have heard know what Claude looks like. Very distinguished gentleman, elderly gentleman, wealth of knowledge in this
worldly,
very worldly, but also his accent on top of that. He's heavy French accent and everything. Now tell him to, after having sex, to take his hand, shove it down his pants, and smell.
It's very serious business.
Yeah, this isn't right.
Very serious business.
Very
and he's a man.
Right.
And he didn't laugh. He didn't. Okay, so all right. So very, very funky, musty, sweaty. He starts going to work. That's how his mind works. He didn't, like we would all react. That was not how Claude Deere reacted. You know.
And he sent me 8 or 9 mods. And George, no
George,
more.
this is too
No,
much.
it's not good.
This
Too
is too
much,
much. You can't
George.
sell this. This is too much.
So I go to Joey. I drive up there to wherever hole in Wisconsin
Excuse
is.
me.
Like you pass the Illinois border and it's a black hole. You get just sucked in, and on the other side is Joey. I don't know where I was, but sometimes the black,
place beyond the
sometimes black
pines.
holes are good. Yeah.
Right.
So
Jeez,
go ahead, Joey. So we get what? We got the top floor of the 2 suites, adjoining suites on the top floor of the
George
Motel
completely
6.
checked out the entire floor, so we had the whole top floor all to ourselves. We played musical chairs, if you will. We went from room to room, and we had this long table. I'll never forget it. George sat at one end, I sat at the other. We didn't make eye contact. We rolled the lab samples from one end to the other, and we smelled and sniffed and sprayed and experimented together that night. I'll never forget that night because the room was so pungent that the room service, within 10, 20 minutes of us being there, knocked on the door to change the sheets. But the sheets were clean. They were smelling Triple X. They were really smelling Triple XL. Let's be real, George.
But this was we didn't. So with Triple X, you wanted something that was still wearable.
I was so afraid. This was my big moment, my time to shine. We all have our time in the sun, and I was such a passionate young man back then.
That looks beautiful. That bottle looks beautiful.
It's it's a dark juice.
Yeah,
very
dark juice. And I just remember looking at George, going, "I just don't want it to become a novelty. I didn't want
novelty fragrance. Yeah, you don't want it to be a secretions magnifique.
Right. I don't want to see videos of the Triple X challenge. What if my grandma's seen that? Right? What if one day I have a kid? Right? And they see that. But I'm very pleased with the final product of Triple X, and
which was Mod 3. Which was Mod 1, then we went to Batch 3. So we did Mod 3, which sold very well. This is the third batch we're doing now. Globally, it still sells well.
Blew my hair back, by the way. When I was so proud.
And people laughed. People said, "Why are you doing this?" Cackle, cackle.
Right.
And yet
it's sold. And yet people love it.
I love it.
And
people love X, Royal X. And then I said we gotta do Mod
Royal X, I believe, to be the best dip your toe in the collection fragrance. I think it's the safest, most well-rounded masculine fragrance of
one of my top sellers. Yeah,
it had
Royal X is a good seller.
Just a tinge of the skank.
Yeah,
just the lightest bit. I remember smelling it. It was just like the little
there's a
baby.
cleanliness to it too, though.
It's very clean. Well, that's the thing. Like even with the first bottle of Triple X, it opens with the citrus, the bright citrus. I wanted it to be clean and skanky, and I didn't want the initial top notes to turn people off right away. I wanted them to go in there a little nervous, like first day of school, right? You don't know anybody, but once you get in there, maybe
I want y'all to see a visual representation of the evolution here.
Because I really believe that the men watching this, it could be the women too, but I bet you a lot of men who
look at that.
The lightest is batch 1.
Look at that.
It's a little darker.
The medium range is batch 2, which the medium's the one to beat for me, and then we have Triple XL, which is clearly the dark.
Ross.
Look at that. The children.
It represents the darkness of the funk.
Yeah,
I have a darkness inside of me at all times. And
now against my white shirt, you can really see the difference in the tones.
Blacked. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at the smudge. You ever just take your finger, just lipstick, and take a look. Look at that. It's beautiful. So nice.
All right, gentlemen, is it time?
I'm ready for you. I think I know how this is gonna go, but
I don't know. I've been building it up this is gonna be. I'm not gonna like this. I don't know.
Can you full screen yourself? Please, out of respect, because I really want to see you. I really want to take it all in.
Let's do it. Let's go solo layout.
Can you talk about the lab?
Sprayed right away. 2 good sprays. Drench the hand.
Okay.
Got the shot.
Oh.
That is not sweaty dick. Thank God. That is not. It is not. It is surprisingly more pleasant than I expected. Maybe I oversold the sweaty dick side of things.
I think you did.
Because the lab sample was that. Y'all, you got to admit.
It was straight. It was Papa Crotch.
It's got this kind of roasted wood musky smell to it.
Yeah, little cumin, little cumin action. Just give you a little.
It's actually, I find the first batch Triple X funkier than this.
Really?
This ain't bad at all.
Go on.
You've seen me, like y'all saw me live smell the first one. Like, no,
Yeah.
that
Singed your hair, the nose.
Yeah, like really, like popped me in the nose. It was super pungent and just like I was not fucking.
I'm gonna
ready,
cry. Keep going.
It still maintains some of that leathery facet that I was getting from batch 2, but I find not as much. I get more citrus and fresher musk out of this, but there's also like I get what smells like a previously burned piece of wood, like a slight charred wood facet that I'm getting from it. I don't know what the notes are. I haven't looked ahead of time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just how I'm interpreting it, but it's actually way smoother than I anticipated this to be.
It actually turned out smooth. It's
very smooth.
So if I may,
way smoother than I thought it was going to be. I was thinking rough around the edges, like very animalic, musty in your face, because that's how I felt about the first batch. I tried. I've done some sprays. That's the first batch. I've tried to like it. I just don't fucking like it. But batch 2, way more wearable, and like I said, I get a nice leathery dry down to that one. This one kind of balances, kind of like I still get a lot of like the citrus from X.
Yeah,
is what I find I'm getting from here, like more than I ever would have thought I would have gotten with this. My expectation was severe funk here, and I don't feel like that's what I'm getting. I think it's much more wearable. There's a sensuality and sexuality to it for sure. It's captivating, that story. It's pheromonal. Yeah. It's got that man essence of man kind of thing. Right. It's pheromonal. I'm curious what the wife's going to think about this.
You were saying, Ross? Joey?
Yeah, what were you saying, Joey?
On the top, on me right away, especially as and I've had it for some time now. I really pick up on the apple, which I didn't when I initially sprayed it. And I think someone else mentioned it. I can't remember who said it, but someone else told me that they get apple and no one really talks about that too much. There's like a sweetness to it, I got the website here. But I like this leather. I like this talk of leather,
It has that leathery note to it because it's from the Royal X, from Royal X.
Right.
The one thing, so there's someone.
Look at how that's priced too. That's such a good price point.
Yeah,
that's a great price.
That's lower than his standard collection price.
Yeah, because I didn't want people to be afraid. Look how beautiful that turned out. That turned out really nice.
What is Costas in the heart? So there's suede in the heart. That makes sense on why we're all getting this leather. There's suede in the heart.
So people, just in case, so people know, Royale, the plates are just about finished in rosé, and they're filling the citrine. So citrine is hitting the Italian market and the U.S. market at the same time. So I have to probably say by the end of the month, I'm going to China for the first ever fragrance show. By the time I come back, I hope that within a week I'll be in the market. So probably the next couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. It will be
Josh. No, I definitely don't mean sweaty nuts. Trust me, I would have said it. That's why I said I think I oversold the idea of the whole sweaty dick smell I've been saying.
So there will be a 4-ounce bottle of Royal X. I don't know when though. So
this is very suede dominant. This is the same suede accord that's in Second Soul. This is that same suede accord. I definitely relate it to that. It's got that fuzziness to it. You know what I mean?
Little fuzz action.
Yeah, fuzzy, hairy suede kind of thing going on.
Yeah. Nice and smooth though, right? That's what everyone's reaction.
I thought it was going to be, Joey. Like I've been selling this stream like I'm totally going to fuck with you two. Like,
right.
There's nothing to crack jokes about, honestly.
Yeah,
And I think
Spencer.
I
He
actually
did tell me
quite like
leather.
it. I was not expecting to like it as much as I do. It is better than Batch 2 Triple X. It is superior. I think this is the best of the bunch.
Took over batch.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, this is better than Batch 2. Batch 2 was the one to beat.
Sure. Well,
thanks, Peter. I think
sounds good
that
to me.
I'm glad you like it, Ross.
So of the note breakdown here, I clearly get the spice, the lavender, plenty of cumin. I was thinking
Plenty.
citrus. Maybe it's pimento and apple that's kind of giving me that a little
Bit of
bit, but I was
apple.
thinking more citrus than fruity to me personally. But I definitely get plenty of this suede and the woods. The musk, of course. It's probably more vetiver and cashmere than anything else because I don't get like very creamy. I got more creamy out of batch 2. Whereas this is very much suede dominant. Like I said, a little bit of this like charred wood smell, which could be the vetiver oil having a smokiness to it. Maybe that's what I'm thinking it is, or that's what it could be that I'm thinking I'm smelling. I'm just trying to piece together on what I'm getting versus what the actual story
Yeah,
is
the
here.
breakdown. Yeah.
You know, it's actually really fucking good. Damn, I really wanted to give the Buster Balls, and I really wanted to, man. I really
And you guys,
wanted
you
to.
could use your code, Ross's code. Use his
Yeah,
link.
the link does save the 10% too, guys.
Good percent. 10 is nice.
It's worth a sample. Now, look,
He's
just
so-
because I'm pleasantly
so-
surprised, there's no guarantees, guys.
Right,
This
you're
is
right.
still I think it's fair to say, a little bit of a risky blind buy. It's probably wise to sample unless this sounds like it's up your alley.
Right.
You know
No
your
pun
taste
intended.
better than we know your taste, guys. You know,
Thank you, Ross. This was nice. Thank you for having us.
really good.
Absolutely. You know what I
And-
think?
Tell
Go
me.
ahead, George.
No, please.
Well, I was saying, if anyone that has Triple X, the original launch or the mod, if you like those, I do think you're going to love Triple XL. Now, if you haven't tried any of that line, I could understand, doing a sample. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, Ross, you were expecting something else and you're pleasantly surprised.
Very much.
I think people are really going to really enjoy it. I don't think it's that risky. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great stuff.
Creation of love. Funky, yes, but so beautiful, fresh and musky, alluring and very special. It, like I said, there's something kind of primal about it. It's animalic, but I don't think it's the challenge I was anticipating. Like I found the first rendition to be. The first rendition was a straight up challenge for me. That's why I was nervous going into batch 2 when that first came around a while back. And I was, again, pleasantly surprised. Like, well, yeah, this is way more wearable for me. Whereas it was able to be topped where this is something I can actually get in my rotation and not just test out here and there. This is something I can actually do some full wearings with. This appeases the senses for me.
That makes me happy to hear, man.
Oh, the suede too, man. That's what's really jiving for me. It's a lot of suede. I really dig that.
I find leather to be such a fetish note.
Yeah.
I love leather. It's uber masculine.
I do too.
And go ahead, George. It's beautiful.
Real quick, this now Nemean Lion says to go ahead and include 10% off on the order too, since you're already giving him this giant deal. Cancel his order. Fuck it, George.
So right. Where's Mauricio?
Let him a sample. 2 samples.
No sample. No sample.
Mauricio, it's time
discount.
for me and the Dragon Ladies to step
no discount.
in now.
No discount for you.
Defend the palace. It's time to defend the palace.
So I'm giving him. He wants 2
ounces.
2 ounce bottles for the price of a 4 ounce because I don't. Is this what? Which fragrance is this for?
He said Triple X, so I'm assuming batch 2.
So and then he asks you for the discount on top of it.
And he also wants 10%.
I think that's okay. I think that Mr. Lion, I think that's a good price. If you want, I'll charge you the price of the two 2-ounce bottles, which is $3.10, and I'll just take 10% off. I could do that, my pleasure. Instead of the $195, which is
actually it'd be 10% off the total order, yeah.
Which would be a saving of $110.
I like how you.
Is that right?
Yes, Cody. Those are being filled. They're going to the Italian market first. George, literally 3 minutes ago.
It's coming. I have stress. I'm under so much stress. I have to clear out the collection. There's too many fragrances, and I have anxiety, but they're all good. And if I'd like to water it, like, but I have anxiety.
So Joey, I'm assuming he was talking about leather being a fetish kind of thing, and
Yeah.
Mauricio's saying that's why he loves leather tobacco. That's a fetish
1000%.
fragrance for sure. That's
1000%.
ball gag and black leather and whips and shit. That was George's whole intent on that
Right.
one.
And there's no more larges. And that's left is the small size of the leather tobacco. And once that is sold, it's done.
Size
And
matter.
then we'll do the reformulated, which the reformulated is smoother. It's beautiful. It's not as harsh as the leather tobacco now. It's just as beautiful. I think I sent you a lab. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Look how dark the juice has gotten sitting, because I've had it for a couple of months now.
Yeah. How does it smell to you now, Ross, after all this time? Is that the US?
Yeah, that's the US safe one. So shit. Guys, it doesn't lose any of its luster with its being the beast of the collection. It loses none of that.
Yeah, it's just the sharpness is gone. The sharpness is gone.
So
it's beautiful.
That medicinal smell is honestly, George, now that it's macerated, I get a load of tobacco. I just got a big hit of like dry tobacco at the top that I don't get in the other one up top, because the plum and the birch tar made it very medicinal in the first version.
It's gone.
That's gone. That medicinal smell is gone.
I think it smells more. It smells
actually
better.
Get more plum now. More plum than the previous version, and more tobacco. A lot of tobacco up front.
It's different than tobacco. This is a different tobacco.
It's a very moist, dark tobacco smell. Yeah, because you're going to get into the leather and the oud, and all that smokiness is still here. It's just not that birch tar.
Yeah. Anymore. Yes, Pascal. Yes, sir. So the circle with the little star on.
That means he's a channel member.
Mm.
Yeah, that's channel members. Anytime you see the little badges with the star,
cool.
the color indicates how long they've been members. I've got people that have been members, like Josh, for example, from the start. It's been like shit. We're getting close to 2 years of the membership.
Right. I don't know when the Seraphim Blue shave soap. I think with the
that leather tobacco is potent still. Jesus Christ. This is so much smoother than leather tobacco. It is so much smoother. Because it's just, as it's settling, it's getting smoother and smoother. It's probably sandalwood setting in to cream it up a little bit.
Cream it up.
Cream it up.
I like that.
Oh. So the Seraphim, so the next shave soaps is going to be the Rosé.
22 months. Thank you, Jared. Jared's been a member from the start as well. Yeah, 22 months. We're almost 2 years.
The tobacco. Coco Loco. I'm working on it, people. And then we have the Bazan coming, the floral for April, and then the Seraphim in June-ish. And then we have the Zed Creator. It's going to be busy. It's going to be busy.
The rest of the year is going to be quite busy, actually.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody, because a lot of us, how many people are in the room?
Currently, we got 134. That's pretty much the core audience. They're here no matter what we talk about, whether it's just me dicking off, talking to the audience, or we're split screening with new releases. We're doing fragrance hauls. I got a guest. No matter what, this is who's usually going to be here. And I appreciate you guys. We call them the core.
And I just want to thank the core, because a lot of them are, probably all of them are diehard Zaharoff supporters. So thank you. I appreciate it. And Ross, Joey was going to say, Ross, do you want to announce about your channel? Which channel is it?
What are you talking about? What? I don't know what you're alluding to.
You're doing content, right, Joey?
Joey.
Oh, about Joey. We said Ross.
Did I say Ross?
He did it again. He did it again.
I'm like,
all the time. I'm thinking like Ross has an announcement or some shit. I'm like,
so you guys look alike.
Believe it or not, there has been a fragrance review live stream sighting with Jason on Zyrena, quirky brand, that just happened. I was so fucking shocked.
Me too.
You get a soft live stream clap, Joey Cannoli. I'm so proud of you.
You know, I'm a man of many
talents. Actually still does fragrance content.
I know.
I've even done a few reviews.
Yeah.
Fragrance reviews in 2025. So yeah, I have 2 channels. I have I Am Joey Cannoli, which has been around since 2011. Mm-hmm. That's where all my degenerate live streams take place. If you like entertainment, go over there. And then Joey Cannoli, right? That's the monetized channel. that I want to talk about, that I would love for people to check out.
We're gonna put both links in the chat.
Please.
Guys. Yeah. Let's do that.
I know a
now.
thing or two. You know, I have,
So
I have a
Joey
little
will
bit
be
of knowledge.
Joey will be producing content, regular content. So jump over there. And what is this, Vitnik? How dare you?
Right.
Which
Okay,
would you
this
recommend,
is the
Vitnik, for
eldest
Vitnik?
channel. The eldest channel is in the chat for you guys.
I like
I don't
that.
know. What would be a good Zaharoff starter? Je ne sais pas. I don't know.
Right.
What would be a good starter? Royal X?
X,
Coco
yeah,
Loco?
Well, Royale X, I think, is the most well-rounded.
great
of the collection.
introduction.
I think that's the best one to start with, personally.
European Blue. There's especially summer. There's
And
a lot
Joey
of good summer
Cannoli
ones.
Raw, or just Joey Cannoli, the
Just
channel
Joey
where
Cannoli.
you can receive super chats and so on,
Yeah.
is over there. Coffee and Cannolis with Clack does happen
Every Monday.
every Monday morning, as
Monday
well
morning
as the occasional
stream.
fragrance content. Me and George have been on his ass for like 2 years to do more shit on there.
Oh,
I
it's
know.
all coming together. It's finally here. I'm so excited.
When the universe has it, Kara, all the people, everyone, thank you very much. I see everybody. I just want to thank everybody. They're all Zed heads. There's a private Zaharoff Facebook group. You could talk to Mauricio or Ross.
We're the Dragon Ladies.
Yeah, the Dragon Ladies.
Papa
I
Cannoli.
call them the Dragon Ladies because that's what we call the women at the lounges, the airport lounges that you like. They won't let, unless you are flying on that ticket, you can't get in. Anyway,
I understand.
it's a private travel thing.
But Ross,
So yes,
you know,
so hey, you know what? So I'm headed to. So China's having their first fragrance show, and I'm heading there next week. Maybe we'll do something, Ross. We could,
I did not know that.
Yeah, the very first in Shanghai. And we were talking. I go, the Chinese market. Imagine of how big it is. Even if it's a percentage of a percentage, you're looking at.
Yeah, I mean 1% in the
It's,
Chinese market. That's massive.
it's massive. So, you can't go wrong with certain. Pour too. I love Pour. We are. I want to reiterate. Thank you very much for all the support you've shown me and to Zaharoff. I'm so grateful. I'm very grateful. Thank you. And Ross, look at this, guys. We've been, it's good. Look how much the friendship and we've grown and we've, so I'm glad.
It's been a long time there, Mr.
Crazy.
Zaharoff. Been almost 6 years.
Crazy, huh?
Oh, somebody's entertaining Joey. He had to mute his mic. He's on the phone.
So, all right, guys, I'm gonna let you go.
okay. Classic.
Ross, thank you for
Hold
having me.
on. Before you go, George, what's on the up and up there, Joseph?
Huh?
Huh?
What are you talking?
I don't know. You were going to say something before George had.
I know he does this thing and then I lose it. It comes
I'm
to
bad
me.
about that shit too.
It was something good. It was something nice. I'm just saying, maybe Ross and I could get together, have a fragrance. We always talk about doing fragrance
Well,
content.
we still need to do a part 2 from the last time we did one.
I think we're long overdue.
That was like last summer.
Yeah, it's a new summer. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And Joey doesn't follow up.
What? I'm here right now. I'm here.
Joey doesn't follow up. Just bury Joey real quick.
Oh my God, this is a scam. I'm here. I'm bringing it up. I'm following up.
That's
here.
great.
Joey, I have
Damn.
this Lexus SUV on the
It's
driveway. You could come pick it up whenever you want. It's been 4 years.
What do you want me to do?
Joey.
Every
what-
time I go there, he's somewhere where in the time is Carmen San Diego. He's always
Right.
gone. I can't find him. He's gone. Oh, George, I'm in China. I'm in Italy. Not, hey, Joey, you want to take a trip? No. Hey, Joey, here. Where are you? I'm sorry. See? This happens. This always happens.
It's Thanksgiving. My mom's at the kitchen table with the family, and she goes, I'm talking to Elon Musk. And I said to her, don't send him $1.
Yeah, don't send him any money.
Right. It was actually me trying to
Well,
get
he
back at
said,
George.
and then he comes and friend requests me, and I go, Mom, what are you telling him? What is this freak of nature? I don't want anything to do with these people.
Tell your brother to get off of Facebook, George.
What the heck?
This is ridiculous.
If you get a message from Mariana Zaharoff, just ignore it, everybody.
All right.
Oh my God. Anyways, on top of that, Joey, who doesn't follow up apparently,
Well, that's
we definitely need to get together. And do something.
Let's. Am I right, Ross?
That's hilarious. Yes, that's
You've
fun.
given him this and he's never followed up. So why
What?
bother?
I'm here.
No, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do a part 2 because I love when we talk fragrance. You and I dick around with all the goofy shit when we go late night, but
Right.
I like when we get back to the core of it, you know, because I mean, we always end up talking video games. That's kind of our thing, me and you. But
No doubt.
it's inevitable every time, right? The only reason we're not doing it is because George is here.
Correct.
But we definitely need to do that because I love to get your takes on these
Please.
fragrances, and they love to hear it too. So we definitely need to do more.
I feel like we have similar taste and a lot, and I'm sure we own a lot of similar fragrances. I feel like it's a cakewalk, if you will. You know, what's up, Joe?
That's Joe Anthony, as I like to call the fragrance connoisseur, pimping all over the world,
if you will.
That's
Yeah, never. Just wherever I'm at the world, I bump into Joe Anthony. Are you going to China?
Joe Anthony's at an event. Joe Anthony's at an event right now.
Oh, he is?
Wow, he's sending the super chat. He was at one last night too. That's all you gotta do is just follow Joe Anthony on Instagram and you see where he's at today, you know?
When I was his age, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was out. Not only that,
he's always at a fragrance event almost every day.
Let me tell you what a 25-year-old George Zaharoff would do. 25-year-old George Zaharoff would leave on a Thursday. I'd be in London on Friday morning. I'd check myself into hold on, in Hyde Park, the Park Tower. So I would check myself into the Sheridan Park Tower there, and I would go Friday night clubbing. I would get very late, wake up, noon, the tea dance, all the way through. The tea dance would end around 7, 8 o'clock. I would get a scarf, something to eat, and then straight to the club all the way till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then run to Heathrow and catch a flight home. That's what I used to do. Many times.
Huh, George?
Huh?
A lot of glitter and glow sticks, huh, George?
I didn't do the glitter and glow sticks, but I would watch it.
Okay.
There'd be a couple of times,
when you were 25, that was early 90s. That was like the birth of that kind of stuff.
And I'm so glad that there wasn't any like mobile phones, because there was many a night where I would just be like looking around, and I would be in latex, liquid latex, having liquid latex painted on me.
What is going on?
I loved it.
Right.
And so Joe Anthony's having a bender here. He's got three nights in a row. He's got an event tomorrow night too. So yeah,
God bless you.
Follow Joe Anthony on Instagram. You'll see where he's at every day.
I know.
Yep.
So fast forward, and now 13 years sober because partying too much. What does that say? There you go. What is it? There was no
better live stream than Joey's during the first 6 months of 2020. He kept us all sane, and his guitar playing and singing made us laugh. Shout out to Beach Life.
And what happened, Joey? What happened to you?
The world just went back to normal. What can I say? Yeah. Things opened up.
The camp opened back up.
Yeah, I have to stay sane too.
Mm-hmm. He had to.
Who's Beach Life? Why do I not?
He's always here. He's a regular over here.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was watching your streams back in lockdown.
Okay. Well, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate you.
And then I have another story. Hold on. I want to make sure.
Get us with it. We still got a little time. I typically do an hour and a half to 2 hours. We're an hour 4.
So I used to also go for Halloween. So I would do Halloween in either New Orleans. Guys, I partied. I loved it. Or I would go to San Francisco for Halloween. And I was a gladiator. And all I had was a cape, a skirt, leather skirt, and like a black leather jock, and my gladiator boots.
And your nipple rings.
And my
George would go down and put the dirt in.
I had like a leather thing on my chest. So.
Oh my God.
He's posted the pictures on social media before of that outfit. I've seen the outfit.
I think I have it up here too, but I'm not going to post it because it's going to end up everywhere. I'm not embarrassed of it though. It's a Halloween costume. and I'm, and I look down and no skirt, so
No
I had
skirt.
to walk to the hotel because
You enjoyed every second of that walk.
80,000 people.
Oh, my God.
Mauricio will tell you 80,000 people descend into San Francisco.
George never
Oh, my
felt
God.
so alive. Don't listen to this. This is
Wherever I go, I'm alive. I'm a party myself. I don't care.
I know.
Party of one. I don't care.
Right, if you will.
Now though, the days like I used to invite people up to my hotel room, all sorts of people, girls, guys, whatever, and then one stuck something in my drink, and never again. It scared the shit out of me. Like you can't do this anymore. You know,
Yeah,
you
the
can't.
roofie action.
Scary. So no one goes back into my room anymore. And now you don't know who's recording anything anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
It's scary. I wouldn't want to be living in this day and age like Joe Anthony's age, because everyone is like this with their camera and no one's enjoying themselves.
Gotta be a good boy.
But let's fellas, do you use the Badger hair shave brushes? If there is, prefer brand. Okay.
I use synthetic, so a synthetic brush. So I don't use any of the real Badger hair ones. I don't deep dive that like I do the wet shaving and traditional shaving, but I don't like go that far with it. I've been using the same two synthetic brushes for years.
I take some Barbazole and slap it on my hand and call it a day, and I just like to do this real fast, give myself a little rub action. And then I shave. Quick rub down, no doubt. I just shaved actually. I just shaved my head.
It was yesterday for me. That's one.
Yeah, me too. I shaved
Joey,
yesterday.
go like this.
He's trying to see if your skin's getting red.
No rash with that fur, whatever you call it.
But why are you so hell bent on my jacket? It keeps me
because
warm.
I think a
nice coat. People compliment it all the time. Everyone but you.
I think that I need to see beautiful things.
This is beautiful. I'm in the Midwest. This is as good as it gets.
So let me ask you, with the 100 plus people on this, would you wear whatever Joey is?
So let me give you guys some context. George likes to constantly fuck with Joey. That's what this is.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Look at that. Huh? What are those?
It has ears? Oh shit, it has ears.
It is.
You cosplaying?
Arctic fox.
You're a furry?
It's a fox. I don't have a tail, only in the front. It's nice. It's nice. Sorry, Ross. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I agree, Maurice. This is ridiculous. This is a nice jacket. Anyways,
I haven't worn this in public yet.
Only on streams.
And I think only on the streams. I'm just trying to imagine getting on the plane wearing this. I would look like the biggest homo, right?
George,
I'm not going to comment on that. I know what.
What do you mean look like a homo? Because I got yelled at the last time I said you were.
I think that if I wear this,
he calls me and fusses.
It's not your word to use, right?
George, no one thinks you're straight. Stop.
I just think walking into with this pink thing, it's kind of too much for me. And for me to say that, it's a lot.
Walking in with this pink thing.
Yeah, if I get on the plane and then I have my Vuitton luggage.
That one slipped by me. I didn't hear it.
Thank you. I would wear that.
Think about it. I have the Vuitton luggage. I have the Dior.
That's a cool.
And then I walk in this and I'm like, who the fuck is that?
I think I would wear that out.
You would?
100%.
I just have not to care. Like, I don't usually care, but this is kind of tough for me.
All white.
George, you walk around in
neck
sweaters. How is
that is probably my favorite out of all your track
It's
suits.
mine. That's the one I would wear for sure.
And it's retro too, like the actual colorway and see how the V on
it looks very late 80s.
Very late 80s, early 90s. Wind break, the wind didn't stand a chance. It's a good look.
I like
the V-neck's great. You need some kind of jewelry. I know you don't wear jewelry, but it does need a chain. If you're gonna wear that, you got to have a chain. You got the nice head. I mean, what is this? What are you doing?
Seriously, like there's some stuff that you wear that it's like, oh God, that screams blazing homo. But you think that's bad?
I guess so. You're right. They have.
He had to say
funny,
blazing.
but it's
I'm
like
gonna show you one of my
you wear
jackets.
the crazy fishnet
Hold
stuff
on.
with your nipples hanging out and shit, and you're like, but this is too homo.
Right.
I
I would.
wore
That
it
boogie
above
almost
it.
fell. Yeah, I would wear that. You know?
Yeah, it's badass. I love it.
Yeah,
I
no
would
doubt.
love it. I would totally wear that.
Oh,
He's got a couple of them I really like, but that's my favorite. That Balmain Barbie collab.
yeah, that's pretty dope.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's a bit of a Barbie doll in a way, you know.
He's a Barbie Ken.
Right, kind of.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Mauricio said
Anyway.
he'd wear it too. Very much Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, another one bites the dust. Right,
Mhm.
that's like under pressure. Pause.
George,
Yeah,
you would look like a Miami Kingpin, George.
he would. I'd slick his hair back. It's a little pomade action.
Well, he's usually got his Steven Seagal little bun ponytail thing.
Bum ponytail. Yeah, I would put some product in that hair.
Mhm.
But me, Ross, I'd put on some Air Force Ones, just some classic all white with the tracksuit. Sheesh, a chain.
I don't know, man. I'd have to get some shell toes with pink. I think that would go too clean.
Okay.
Shell toes.
Yeah,
with
I mean that works too. That works too. Can't go
I was
wrong
wearing
with
these today, by the way.
those are superstars, right?
Yeah, I got some old.
Yeah, I have the gold ones.
Oh, I got a bunch.
Yeah, they're
You'd have
great.
been proud of me, Joey. I'm wearing.
What do you guys
Adidas
think?
stuff.
I'm wearing the jacket.
Beautiful. I'm wearing jeans today. That's a beautiful.
I'm
jacket.
shocked.
I know, right?
Yeah. Like I forgot to throw because I got the matching jacket. I was gonna wear the full tracksuit.
That would have been a dope fit.
Totally forgot to
Is
throw
that
it
a
back.
sock monkey, George? Are you shitting
Yeah.
me? Dance in that
I've seen
suit.
it before.
Let's see that sock monkey, George. Pose.
This is.
Rocket Man, Elton John.
Let me see if I
Right.
can show you. I'll take it off. So this is my sock monkey shirt.
That's ludicrous. I love it.
This is
Zaharoff original.
and then it says, I don't know if you can see the little, what does it say?
George Zaharoff luxury.
No, right here.
Luxury.
Oh, sorry, here. Hold on.
Right.
Where the fuck?
Wrong label.
God damn it. Where? Oh, it's right here. Here's the camera right there.
That's
Dream
cute.
big. There you go. Nurse David said this live stream has made his day. Well, we sure appreciate that.
And you guys, I was showing Ross this. I showed Joey this. Look at these pants. And you know what, Joey? This is back in the
Oh,
day.
yeah,
There was a
those are
brand
wild.
called Gerbaud. All right.
Oh,
So
y'all remember
Yeah.
Jabos?
Of course, mid 2000s.
yeah, she
with the
actually came out with these. So they came out with the carpenter pants. They're called because when I go do like hammering and I do my wood,
Power drill. Right.
Look how beautiful. What do you guys think?
I'd wear them.
I could see you with a little hammer in your
I see
pocket.
Marcus wearing those two polos and J's. I don't know if he's
Look at the
still
fabric. This is like Gerbaud back in the 80s, in the 90s, in 2000s. Look at that.
Yeah, those are pretty dope.
Yeah, those are real dope. He sent me a picture of them the other day, and I was
Put
like,
a
man,
sock.
I would
Yeah,
wear
a little
those.
sock. Right.
All right, this concludes the fashion show.
Okay.
So this is what we do when we get together. George talks shit about Joey. I moderate the shit talking back and forth between the two, and then
Right.
mix in a little of my own.
Correct.
And, this is basically what the three of us do when we get together on stream, no matter where we're at.
It's a good, or on the phone when we talk shit.
Oh God, that's way worse.
That's
When we don't have an audience,
real bad. Yeah,
man,
we
anybody could. Oh
we
God,
can't talk that way on the
Yeah.
live stream.
we can't
Right.
do that shit on camera. Yeah, no. When we get on the three-way call,
That's for another time.
it's another story. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, Ross, Joey. I'm gonna let you guys go.
It's
Yeah,
great.
we did that already, Kaylin. It was actually, I was pleasantly surprised. A lot of suede.
Love you guys.
Actually, it's my favorite of the three.
See you later, Jesus.
All right, George. It was good to see you. Smooches.
All right.
And
What do you
then
think
there
he
were
left?
two. And then there were two. Yeah, he's gone. He's not backstage. He's still watching on his TV though. You know.
Yeah, he's gonna sit there. He's probably gonna go back and watch himself. That's why he had to leave.
He's gonna pick those clothes up first.
Right.
He's gonna
Then
make
he's
sure
gonna
it
see
hangs
how he
first.
looked in his outfit, and then say, "Did it really look okay?" Like, some
Well, he might rewind back to see. You know.
that's what I'm saying. He's gonna go back and watch it on the big TV. He's gonna sit there. That's funny, right, dude?
People
I'm
gonna have a
glad you
field
liked
day
it.
knowing
Man.
y'all have a three-way. Oh yeah, if people could be a fly on the wall for our conversations, they get their fucking feelings hurt,
Yeah,
or they'd laugh their asses off, or both. We say some
think they
really
would.
funny shit when we're on the phone.
it's definitely entertaining.
Yeah, Joey, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Thanks, bud. Listen,
I was really planning on having some fun with y'all and like respectfully cracking some jokes on why this ain't for me and I don't like it. And because that's how I felt about the lab sample. It's kind of very different from the lab. It's so much smoother than the lab sample.
It's very wearable.
I think the heart really comes alive more, and that's like what's really changed it for me. The heart is alive in this fragrance. That suede,
you like that suede,
and the cashmere wood, I think really grabbed me in this one.
It's fun. So it's fun to hype it up and talk like it's this crazy thing. And I knew based off of the reactions of the Triple XL, I go, I knew you were gonna like it. I wasn't 100% positive, but I knew it wasn't the lab, and I knew it wasn't gonna like.
I knew I was being overly dramatic. That's part of the fun. I'm just trying to be fun, but I was fully prepared for that to be a real possibility, though. Like I really thought. I said in the beginning of the stream, it's going to be a bookend. It's either going to be terrible for me or I'm going to end up loving it. I'm actually very surprised at how much I'm actually really loving this fragrance because, like I said, the first one scared me off. The second one reeled me back in.
That's so
the third
funny.
One, I don't need the other two.
You're hooked. It's you're dialed in with that one.
I'll never wear these. I'll just wear this one.
You'll focus on that. Okay.
Yep. It's the best of the bunch.
One of them had to get the job done.
But the beauty of it for the collector, you could have all three and X and Royale, and it's a collection of five different versions of that base profile.
Be a completionist, and then you watch the juice get darker too. The juice just gets darker and darker and darker. And I don't
Orange said Macy's has a fragrance sale on the 28th, as well as Sephora has a sale on April, and I blocked this a long time ago. Must be a burner. So yeah. Blink twice if they're holding you hostage. Sad. Very, very sad.
Lame.
Because I'm pretty sure I blocked him a long time ago.
Yeah.
No, apparently I didn't. That's the actual Chaz Sneakwell channel.
You planned this. You wanted this.
Yeah. I'm in cahoots.
It's a scam.
I'm in cahoots.
Right.
So clips on Oda mental illness coming soon, I guess.
Oh. Got to give them a purpose.
We wish you well, Chaz. Thanks for stopping by. We sure appreciate it, man.
Thanks for coming out.
They, them, him, sir, she, her, whatever it is. I don't know.
Well,
it's funny how I had y'all on, and that's the first time I see that profile pop up, and I couldn't.
He a fan.
I couldn't tell you how long since I've seen Chaz Stinkwell pop up. But the inevitable is coming. For those of you that find that stupid shit funny over there in that forum, I'm sure there's going to be some shit getting clipped or an AI video getting made on this channel or whatever fuckery he decides to do. That's what he does. More power to him. Whomever it is, hint, hint, wink, wink. You
got
the man behind the curtain,
if you will.
No, he's actually not blocked. That was actually the channel, Joe. I went check. I clicked the name and it brought me to the channel. That was actually the Chaz Stinkwell channel. Yeah. So you got some press while you're here, Chaz. Mission accomplished. You got some press, man.
That's nice. We all deserve a little completionist.
Well, there you go, Ray.
Be a completionist. Finish the arc, for now.
It's an interesting evolution when you really look at base level Royale all the way to Triple XL.
It really is. It really is. It comes to life and evolves. It's a lot of fun. It all starts, right? Like Royale was the seed, and then it just...
Yeah, it was very much the blonde woods that are still in the base here, that cashmere wood and the sandalwood, still very present.
I was blown away back then with the Noir. The Royale was my favorite.
The Royale was my favorite too. And you know the story. That was an accident. The one George wanted to release was what became X. He wanted the musk version. I liked the sandalwood one more. Mm-hmm. And they had a mix up with the batch numbers and they sent the wrong oil. And it's like, well, he's already got the oil. I'm like, George, it's good. People are going to like it. And so he released it, but he still ended up releasing the one he wanted as Royale X. And then their creative juices got flowing and we got these three out of it. It kept going, They started going funkier back alleys, Musk of Man kind of stuff. They
got more and more naughty.
Building around it,
Yeah, just edging, It was a slow burn and then it just takes off. And I'm really happy that you enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm very happy I enjoyed it too because I'm, again, very pleasantly surprised because I don't know. we still had some fun and cracked some jokes and talked some shit. It just wasn't about the fragrance. You know?
Right. A little change of pace,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
little
definitely change of pace.
pulling the rug out from underneath you.
Well, that's kind of what I've been saying was that if I don't like it, I want to like fuck with y'all about it.
You want to have some fun with it.
Just didn't happen that way. I'm kind of surprised.
I was
Because I had somebody a while back say, because I've been waiting to do this to smell it. And, you know, people that look for my reviews on Zaharoff are not used to that. I'm normally the launch video, right? So it was like, oh, now I see why you didn't do a review on it, because they had bought a sample, I guess, and he didn't like Triple XL. I forgot who it was. He's like, I should have took you not doing a review as a sign. This is terrible. This is, I'm like, no. I'm waiting for this stream. We had to postpone it. You know, don't blame me. That's not why there's no review.
Yeah.
But I could see the perception of that, because when anybody that watches my Zaharoff videos, there's a conditioning there where it's like, you expect me to be the first video because that's been the precedent that's been set for years.
Sure.
You know? So when there's no video and I'm not talking about it, it's like, oh, he must hate it and he doesn't want to hurt feelings.
Right.
So I get it. I understand the thought process. No, I don't have any codes for Fragrance Buy. They only do codes for like their 4 big sales they do every year, where they do like the buy one, get one for this percentage off. My link does provide a small commission if you want to happen to help support the channel that way. I'd appreciate it. But aside from that, yeah, they don't really do any codes because their prices are pretty rock bottom for the most part. But Joey, you were going to say something. I jumped in right at your first syllable. What were you going to say?
Well, no, just the fact that I was based off of the reaction from everyone with Triple XL. I think I was talking with George. I think Ross is really going to like this one, and I think I knew you were going to be surprised, but there was still a part of me that's like, well, if he doesn't like this, he may not like it. But you talked about how smooth it was, and to me that just makes it even more wearable. That it's nice and smooth and just
that's the big thing for me, is the smoothness of it. Because if it was rough around the edges, it would come across a bit more raw and animalic, I think, and that might change the perception for me.
Sure,
you know, because it changes
different on everyone's skin. Right, we all got different skin chemistry, and I just didn't know how it was going to evolve on you. And
it's very smooth, still suede dominant though. That cumin's not overdone. Like honestly, stuff like Declarations got more cumin than this from Cartier, especially the Parfum. Oh God, that's brutal. Justin loves that one too, and I was eager, thinking, oh, well, if he loves it, I'm probably gonna like it too. And he kept warning me. He's like, oh, there's a lot of cumin, you may not. And we did a decant swap for a live stream, and he sent it to me, and I was, oh yeah, no. Hell no. That was a bite. That was sweaty nut smell. Okay.
Yeah, the cumin can get a little zesty, you know. It could get a little
very BO.
Yeah, it gets a little zesty, but if you do it right, I think you can appreciate. You got to respect the cumin, you know. You got to treat it well.
Eugene's so weird. It's probably because I said I'm wearing Bath and Body Works and they were talking about fancy brands. Shout outs to Eugene.
Super special shout outs, Eugene. You know what I always loved from Bath and Body Works was Noir. It was kind of the shaving cream.
I've heard good things about a lot of that.
Around for ages.
I haven't really tried anything.
For the $30-$40 price tag, I think it's worth it. I don't know, unless it went up. It's
I know you can get a variety of products too. You can get shampoos, you can get deodorant,
lotions,
stuff.
Yeah, it's a nice. They're nice. I loved Twilight Woods years ago. That was a big seller.
That was one of the hype ones. They got some kind of mocha one, I think, was hyped.
Yeah. They did like an old fashioned at one point.
They had a bourbon one that was
I have bourbon
color one. That was really hyped for
stained my white jacket. I had a Adidas track jacket and it stained it. I was pissed. Yeah, I'm a Bath and Body Works
too, honestly. Because I have an Adidas white tracksuit.
Yeah, well, even just a white tee getting stained, man, is awful. You know, you're just like, what am I doing?
Because once it's not crispy and white anymore, it's
ruined.
Look dirty, you know.
Yeah, bro. It's like it could
be fresh out the laundry. It'll look dirty if it's not crisp and white anymore.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm a bet. Yeah, Donald says Ocean. Yeah, Ocean was their aquatic. Teakwood is excellent.
Ocean was the one that's kind of like Sauvage, though, right? I know one of them was like Sauvage.
Ocean was from their original line. I know what I think they had one called Midnight that smelled like Sauvage.
Maybe it's that because I know there was a little stretch when people were recommending that one to me.
They started smelling like other fragrances, and that's when I kind of stopped messing with them. But the
That's what
OG
turned
line,
me off. It's like, man, I'm overrun with clones. You
check
know?
out like the Noir, or I mean, they still have
They
a
still
few
make
of the OG. Yeah, I think they kept Noir. Everything else, I think, got axed, and Ocean is probably still around.
So you got a couple people like seconding and thirding, and
Yeah, they're
just like
getting hyped
totally
up, baby.
different
Look at
stuff.
that. I know a thing or two. You know,
That's why we need to do a fragrance stream.
we should.
You
We
need to
should.
give Becca a break and come do some fragrances with
You
me.
should, what if we brought her and had her
No.
go to Bath and Body
No.
Works? Yeah, look at you laugh. You know it's good. You know it's good.
It would be hilarious, I'm sure, but no, that's not what we're gonna do.
I'll do it on mine then.
Yeah, you can do it. You know.
Yeah.
Look, I ain't got
Bath
nothing
and
against
Body
Becca,
Works.
guys. I've got Becca fatigue because it's like every night of the week it's Becca.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I have I'm such a shit that way. When I know it annoys people, I double down. Because
And
I
it's
think
not annoying me. It's just like, okay.
no, but it's just like I don't want to see this anymore. You're gonna see it even
Yeah.
more now. You know.
There you go.
But all jokes aside, Bath and Body Works, huh? Bath and Body Works. Think about it. I don't know. It's
Oh
good.
my
We'll talk about that another
Good
night.
Lord.
I'm sorry.
That's all
Anyway.
good. So we're about to hit that hour and a half mark. You got anything else you want to share with everybody before we shut it down?
Thank you for having George and I. It's always a pleasure when we get together. I'm so happy that you enjoy Triple XL, and if that's your baby, if that's the one you're gonna rock,
Yeah, that's the one, man.
that makes me very, very happy. You know, this was fun. It was long overdue. We were gonna do it.
Sure.
The palate grew legs, you know, and
Yeah, we were pretty genuinely upset in that conversation.
for sure.
Postpone it
We
because
had to
George,
figure out
like
what
me
to
and
do.
him, were all amped up. I just sent him the thumbnail. Joey
Yeah.
loved the thumbnail.
I was a big fan.
I was at the gym. We were having our little three-way menage and call like we always do.
Right. Menage a
And,
call.
menage a stream, menage a call. It's what we
Right.
do. Three-way kings.
If you
The
Three-Way
tripod.
Kings.
Call us the
Sounds like
tripod.
a good company. Right.
But yeah, we were genuinely upset because it was like we were raring to go. We get excited when it's time, you know.
Yeah,
But,
man.
it made sense because in the event somebody wants to buy something, George ain't got no damn product.
There's no product to go.
I get it. You know, the pallet was missing. So,
well, it happened.
It kind of got delayed because I had the situation come up with Farrah. I was away from the streaming for a little bit, so it just kind of
devastating stuff.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. So
I still
I'm
cry.
glad we were finally able to do it though, because I kept them to the side and never picked them up. I kept them on the side. I knew eventually we were going to get around to doing this.
You have great control, because I would have at one point just sprayed it. You know, I would have just.
Well, you got to remember, I'm so speaking of conditioning, I'm so conditioned to not spraying anything for the first time unless my camera's rolling.
Right, until it's time to go.
You know, I share with my audience, and most of the time when it's spraying for the first time, 90% of the time it's on the live stream. So.
That's all. You know, check out the channel. I'll be uploading some fragrance content, some reviews. There's always the streams. You know, we do fragrance streams once a month. Which
does. I ran it with Jason.
That was fantastic. That was
Which one did y'all smell? Because I saw the thumbnail.
A bunch of them. Dark Ride, which was made after.
How you like their presentations? Like they got the VS
10 out of 10.
VHS boxes.
10 out of 10.
Like yeah,
you love it. That's up your alley. That's up my alley.
Love it.
Silent Night, Deadly Night was phenomenal. Their fall and winter fragrances really encapsulated like the holidays, you know. And it really was like a replica scent memory kind of thing. Nostalgic,
super retro aesthetic, you know.
So
super
cool.
Retro.
Like I'd put them up, you know. They're meant to be displayed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's something you don't throw the box away.
No, well, that's the whole thing. And you know what's crazy? They had one. I'm a big horror fanatic. Texas Chainsaw.
I'm messing with Jay.
Rat bastard. That's a great line. Yeah. There was a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, it smelled like someone took a shit in the field.
Oh God!
And when it dried down, it was a nice leather accord, going back to leather.
But you had to get through the pile of shit in the field.
It was as if he stepped in shit and decided to chase someone in mid-run. He steps in it. It was the only one I didn't care for. till it
bet.
made its way and evolved, and then it was a beautiful
But
dry
see, that's
down.
a problem for me. If I got to suffer through 30 minutes to get to
I
the
know.
good part,
Is it worth it?
It's hard to make me want to wear that ever.
But the
you know?
box art was phenomenal. Like, just, and I'm such a fan.
Well, that's where they shine. Any of you
Yeah.
that like the retro 80s, 90s aesthetics, Zyrene is a brand you guys should look into. Storytelling
was
stuff,
killer.
but the aesthetic is what separates that.
I
brand.
just followed the Instagram, man. I really want to look into this. I'm a big fan.
Well, on top of that, you're a big Pit Viper guy on that, which is retro aesthetic. Tracksuit
for
guy,
sure.
retro aesthetic. You know,
Yeah.
so definitely right up your alley.
Some 80s, shades, some nice vintage look. I don't know.
I pulled these off because all I was seeing was glare. Like,
the blue light blockers are fantastic.
These are great if I look straight at the camera, but I like to look at the screen, so I got just all like glare.
You might recognize. You
about to pull out the gold ones? Oh, the green. Oh, I got those. Yeah. Yep. That's my other pair, by the way, of Pit Vipers. I have those.
I've lost count on my pairs.
Yeah.
But you know what else is? I'd like to see you in the flight optics. I don't know. I think
the white ones intrigue me. I've had my eye on those for a while.
You know who took Yara? Yara got those at the
Juan's got them too, I think, right?
I
think Juan's got them too.
I think so. The white
Juan's got quite the Pit Viper collection.
Yeah. Absolutely. Big fan. So
on that note, guys, I think we got a good spot to shut it down. It's an hour and a half. We're down to 80. I appreciate you guys. We've had some leave.
George left. What can I do?
Joey, this was great. This is always fun when we get together, man. I'm glad you had some time to come through and definitely told the story well, better than I could have hoped for it to be, because I don't get nervous about smelling fragrances, but obviously I was going to have some fun with it if I didn't like it, but I was also going to feel bad that, shit, I don't like it because y'all are my guys, but I got to shoot you straight. You know what I mean? I was just going to make it funny, but like,
right.
Hey,
make light of it, but it's not for me.
Yeah, shoot you straight, but try to ease the blow a little bit with some jokes, but because I got to give you the truth, but it's actually way the fuck better than the first one and superior to the second one, which was the one I actually liked. So I'm very surprised. You get the soft live stream clap one more time before we shut it down. Kudos. Very, very good work, gentlemen. Both you, George, and of course, Master Perfumer Claude Deere. It's all through his talents. Without his talents and understanding of what your vision is,
really knows how to bring it to life, man. He's master at his craft.
He is a master at his craft. That Master Perfumer title is earned, not given.
Thanks for having me, bud.
Absolute pleasure. So we'll set something up. We got to do another seasonal video. That's my favorites. We did that last year, and that was fun. So we either need to do something kind of late spring kind of thing, because we're still in the heart of spring, or we could do summer. It's up to you, because spring's basically summer in most places.
Right.
We could maybe just do warm weather. Maybe set something up in a couple of weeks. Next week I'll be in Louisiana.
Okay.
But in April, we get together and do something, do some warm weather shit, mix it up. I'll get with you.
I'm down. I'll follow through.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joey Cannoli, make sure to follow both of his channels. I put them in the chat a little while ago. I'll add them to the video description after we finish up here. You're all familiar with Mr. George Zaharoff, the unicorn human being himself. And if you want to check these out, you can get samples. You can get bottles. There's a link in the chat. There's a link in the description. Saves 10%. Don't feel pressured, but if you're interested, at least give it a sample and try it, because you don't know if it's bottle worthy or not unless you try it, right?
Give it a shot. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Give it a buy. Come on. Just give it a taste.
Go. So on that note, we're shutting it down, guys. Make sure to like the stream before you leave. Check out the content today. Joe, are you going live after this?
Yes, sir.
Over on Joey Cannoli, he will be live. What's the topic tonight?
I was going to do a J&J Harmless Hour.
That's always fucking hilarious. Having Harmless Monday on there is going to be hilarious.
So if he doesn't make it, I might have to make up for last night and start singing some songs, man. I don't know.
You didn't do karaoke last night?
No, I did a 30-something-hour stream with.
You did.
And I just needed to break.
I forgot you went wild.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
I don't know how you stream that long. You're a savage.
It's awful. Yeah, no, I don't recommend it.
Fucking crazy. But on that note,
see you
we're
later.
shutting it down. Head over if y'all want to keep the live stream stuff going. I'm sure within an hour, roughly, Joey, 7:30.
Yeah.
about
Yeah, probably an
8:39.
hour. Yeah, 100%.
He'll be live again. So
Find me over there.
we'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all have a
See you
good one.
later, guys.